Welcome to Wednesday's live Q&A every single Wednesday, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, where we come to you to address your questions, to answer them. Duker, dude, you ready, bro? You got a bunch of good ones today?
Oh, I got plenty of good ones.
Where are they coming from? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram?
Primarily YouTube. Got a couple Facebook ones in there too.
Any international questions today? I know we had a question. I got a Zoom call later at 2:30. Remind me, guys, that's like 27 minutes from now with a guy from Canada. Any international questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Pretty quiet on the Canada border today.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. Dylan, you ready to run the show over there, bro? Ready to make it happen? You guys ready to watch in the camera? All right, let's jump in. What questions do we have today? Because every Wednesday at 2 we address your questions. Friday's 8% Club. Mondays is insurance agent training. I'm forgetting what day it is and what we do because we do so much. So let's do it.
What do you say to get in the door while door knocking?
Okay, so my pitch when I'm door knocking is I think it's similar, but maybe it's a little unique. One of the things I do is once I get to the door, I knock instead of ring. I take a step back, hey, and I'll let them know I know them. So I'll say their name. Betty, how are you? Open up my hands because it makes them let them know, hey, it's like a welcoming, warming feeling. Betty, how are you? Hey, my name's Cody. I'm getting back to you. The reason I'm here on your front porch is I'm getting back to you about your request for the new final expense information. You put your favorite color was red, so I'm assuming you remember that. They sent me out here to drop it off. Do you have a quick second? Should we sit at the couch or at the table? Something brief. Or for instance, I'm getting back to you about the new final expense information. They sent me out here to drop it off. Let me go ahead and get you checked off my list. Just takes about 5 minutes. I'm assuming now is a good time. Is that true? So there you go.
How do I work your system without an appointment setter?
I'm going to answer that two ways because I don't know which way they're referring to it. It could be our lead system, and that's, you should call them, text them, email them, door knock them yourself. Or this guy may be referring to our 15-10-5 system or getting out in front of people in general. Probably the fact that we always talk about set 15 appointments, run 10 appointments, set 15, sit with 10, sell 5. If you don't want an appointment setter, then block out like 6 hours a week, maybe 2 hours on Sunday night, 2 hours on, I would prefer to get my leads toward the end of the week. I would prefer to call on Saturdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays. And then you can book up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, simply from those call days. Spend about 2 hours per session, spend about an hour to 2 hours a session, spend about 3 sessions a week. So you're getting about 3 to 6 hours of calling every week. If you do that and you've got some good leads, you'll set some appointments. You can hit the system if you get enough leads. I'm talking 25, 30 leads a week. But most agents never spend enough time. I was on the phone. I was on a training call earlier where I was training a big group of agents, and it was about 3 hours ago. And one of the things that was brought up was, hey, when I have a bad week, I don't know, or a bad day, I don't really know what I need to do to fix it. Well, it's generally not closing related or product related or sales related. It's normally due to a lack of activity. And so that's why with this question, it's generally just the effort and the activity you'll end up getting results. But most people have to start. Most people never start. The activity never starts. So just start and have scheduled activity every week, and then you'll be more predictable, more repeatable, more duplicatable, and more successful.
Do you have any tips on passing licensing exams?
Okay, I'm the worst to ask this question, by the way, because I failed it twice. I didn't pass to my third try. I shouldn't say that. Like nobody, I don't know if anyone even knows that. Like I'm telling on myself. But what's funny is the people that fail tests normally end up doing better. That's strange, huh? I shouldn't say that's always true. But Exam FX. I think that's one of the things that Bailey is going to be adding, at least we're adding it now, into our Cody Askins coaching program in the Express version. We're building out 4 different coaching programs and a university and retreats and all kind of stuff. In the Express coaching program, let's make sure we put a link to a discount for Exam FX. It's normally $200. I've got a discount for like $100, but that's a good study and testing material place. that you can watch videos. And most people, as long as you can get like 95% on the practice test, then you'll typically end up passing the real test. So ExamFX is a good source. If you want the link, you can email me. You can email Cody at codyaskins.com, and I'll find the link and shoot it to you until we get it in the coaching program. So,
what's the most important thing to you when you're hiring a new employee?
Yeah, this question actually has come up more than I expected. When it comes to team members, two things. First would be the team culture. So for instance, are they going to fit into the team well? And then are they going to be someone that's going to listen and work, right? So will they fit into the team? Will the team like them? Will they like the team? Like Duker reading the questions. He's new over the last, 3 or 4 weeks, but he's fits in the team. I think everybody likes him, so that's good. And then he's reliable. He shows up. He's on time or early every day. He works hard. He leaves after the time he's supposed to leave, so that's good. And he listens, works hard. I would say a couple of questions I always ask in an opening interview, though, and Duger can attest to this, is did you look us up? How much do you know about us? That'll tell you if someone's lazy or not. If you come to an interview and you don't know and you didn't look up the company before you went in, you are lazy. All right, number one. Number two, I always ask them, hey, if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would you say? I want to see if they can actually answer a question appropriately with one word. It's not even about what word they say. It's if they answer the question with one word instead of 48 words. That'll tell me if they talk too much, which I don't like. And then the third thing is, if you had to pick one thing that you're great at, what would you say? So there's a few interview tips. And what I look for when I look for team members, because the culture is more important than the skill of the individual, I promise.
This one's kind of a long one, but it says, what do you see other agents do that shows they aren't being serious? What ways can they push themselves to become more serious about the business?
Yep. Agents that aren't serious, and this pertains to a lot more agents than people think, is that they don't, two things. They don't learn. They're not always wanting to learn and soak up everything. And outside of learning, they don't put forth the activity and the work necessary to win. So the people that do well in this business, they are learners. They soak up knowledge. They're coachable. They want to learn. They want to be better. They don't want to suck very long. And they actually work and put forth activity. If you're that type of person where you're coachable and you want to learn and you'll actually pick up the phone, and when I say actually do the activity, most of you watching right now won't. You're scared of it. If you're coachable and you want to learn and you'll actually do the activity that gets you in front of people, then you'll be successful. Nothing else matters out of those two things. I don't care how much product knowledge you have. I'm sorry, carriers. It's irrelevant. I don't care how much sales experience you have. I'm sorry. They're going to learn on the fly. As long as they are coachable and they listen and they want to learn and they put forth effort and activity, they will win 100%.
This one comes during the live chat over on YouTube.
Okay.
They want to know, how do you keep your agents motivated when they could potentially face chargebacks even though it's part of the business?
Yeah, you've got to, it's real easy to get unmotivated if I'm not focusing on my results, if I'm not working, if I'm not seeing 10 people every week. As long as I'm seeing 10 people every week, chargebacks is a part of the business. It won't kill me because it's a cycle, right? And I'm always putting new stuff in. If you don't put new stuff in, new money in, it doesn't matter. You're going to get chargebacks, you're going to fail, you're going to quit. But as long as it's the people that are consistent, that's the easiest way to be motivated. Stay consistent. You can reward persistency with your agents. You can give a big bonus at the end of the year for persistency. You can give lead credits for persistency, production with persistency. There's things you can do to incentivize agents, but as long as you put some focus on it and there's a cycle and they're always seeing people, then they won't worry about it as much.
We got another one from Gerardo over on YouTube.
Gerardo.
If you had spoke to someone months ago and they asked you to call later, do you call them back and remind them of who you were or go into it like a new lead?
If you called them months ago, yeah, I'm going to go into it like a new lead. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to say, hey, Betty, this is Cody. You probably don't remember, but you told me to call you back a few months ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, they know that if they put you off one time, they're probably going to put you off again. I'm going to go to it fresh. Like, for instance, I made a telesale one time, and it was from a callback. And I called the lady. I'm like, hey, we spoke. You told me to call you back this time and that you were ready to do it because this was important to you. Oh, I had everything. I just need to ask a couple of quick questions. I'm assuming you remember all that, right? And so I was more in control. I was setting up the call more. It felt more realistic and real instead of just fake. Because that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. What do you think? Anything else? That's a good question, Gerardo.
Yeah, we got one from Walter. After you've gotten a cold call lead, how would you call back to close over the phone instead of setting an appointment?
Ooh. If it was a cold call lead and I want to telesale, you've got to have, the big thing with telesales, you've got to have an opening phrase to the telesale that lets them know why you're calling, puts you in control, and finishes with a question. For instance, John. Hey, John. Yeah, this is John. John, this is Cody. Hey, I'm calling you. Or John, this is Cody with Senior Benefits. I'm getting back to you because you spoke to one of our associates. Looks like Diane, and said that you wanted the new final expense information, the new state approved final expense information, whatever. And you know what? I just need to ask you a couple quick questions to see if you're able to qualify. I'm assuming now is a good time, right? So just something in general. I'm not saying it's that 100% of the time, but it's the fact of it's a opening phrase or paragraph that puts you in control, lets them know why you're calling, lets them know that it's somebody that you know them, you know they did it, and you assume that they want to talk about it. And so that's how I would do it. It's easier to set the appointment, but I've made plenty of, I've made cold calls and sold a policy on the first call when I made the cold call myself. For instance, people will never do this because most agents won't work this hard. I've worked to where I would cold call for 5 hours a day. And as long as I cold call for 5 hours a day, I always made a sell from that block of 5 hours without even using a script. But most people will never do that because it's hard. It's not easy. They probably don't have the skill to pull it off, or nobody wants to beat their head against the wall for 5 hours. But I will.
Which do you prefer, calling to set an appointment or just arriving at a client's home and door knocking them?
Oh, who asked me this? I'm curious because that's
Cynthia LeBlanc on YouTube.
Cynthia, this is a great question. This is a tough question too, man. Okay, I'm going to answer it in two ways. I know you're not. I'm going to try. Hopefully, you'll love the answer. Either way, this is the answer. It is. It's all depending on the agent's skill level on the phone. If you don't do good on the telephone and you suck on the phone and you generally don't get results on the phone, go door knock them first. If you generally get results by door knocking and you aren't good on the phone, or you are good on the phone and you normally get results from calling, then make the call. So I would lead with, what are you better at? What are you more likely to have a positive result? Because the only thing that matters is getting in front of people. Which one are you more likely to get in front of them with? I feel like I'm good at both, but I'm very good on the phone. So I'm going to call because I'm going to be efficient, save time, and get in front of 15 people. A lot of agents aren't good on the phone. They should door knock. So I know that's like, it's not a blanket answer though. So that's why I kind of took my time.
This is probably the best one. It's from Anonymous. They want to know who can do more pull-ups, you or Grant Cardone.
Why are they anonymous? Come on, man. Come on, man. More pull-ups, you or Grant Cardone. Come on. Come on, GC. Dude, when you were at Nissan Stadium, or when I was at your office, or when we were in Vegas at the Growth Con, or when we were on a Zoom call, or when we were hanging out in the speaker room, the speaker lounge at the stadium, dude, we should have done that. I'm telling you what, GC's getting some pipes on him. He's getting in shape, but the dude would not beat me in pull-ups. Send him that clip, somebody. Send him that clip. Next time, maybe I'll see him in Miami. I don't know when I'll see him again, but when I see you, we're doing a pull-up challenge. Okay, that's the thing. You guys, help me out. Are you guys watching right now? I want you to comment on Facebook or YouTube. How many pull-ups could GC do you think? I think GC could do 12 pull-ups. I mean, he's getting some pipes, but he's like 56 years old, man. No, maybe he's like 60 years old. I think he's 60 years old. I can't let 60-year-old dude beat me in pull-ups. Good thing David Goggins ain't 60, huh? I could do about, without stopping in one setting. I know back in high school during football practice, I led the team in pull-ups with about 36 in one go. I could probably do about 25 to 30 right now. I've been working out for 6 weeks, 7 weeks almost, but I'm not in the shape I used to be. So that's a good question, though. Thank you, Anonymous. That's hilarious.
We got one
it's
last.
It's about time
one.
we got a silly question, man. You guys, this has been too serious.
We got one last one in YouTube Live.
Okay.
What is your schedule during the week to set appointments for better results? In the morning or evening?
If I had to pick, it's evening. It's evening. In Saturday morning, this is my preferred time. Saturday morning. If I had to pick 3 times, period, ever, it's Saturday morning, Sunday evening, Tuesday evening. There you go. Those are my 3 times, and I'm sticking to it. The only one that was in the morning was on the weekend. So, nice. I like it. Anything else, guys? I got a Zoom call in 10 minutes with Justin from Canada.
Orlando Coleman from Facebook wants to know, can you make $1 million as an insurance agent?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here's how. That needs to be a show, by the way. From now on, Orlando, you're a genius. That needs to be a show. Yes. You can do it a few different ways. You can... I love that, how to make $1 million. I used to say you could only make $1 million a year. Back when I was a captive agent, new agent, I used to say you could only make $1 million a year because my goal was to always make $1 million before I was 30. Well, I would say I used to think that you had to either sell, you had to either own an agency, own a call center, or be a financial advisor. I'm retracting that statement. One agent made $750,000. Right now, I could set up a lead gen funnel and openers to transfer me and set me appointments, and I could probably do about probably about 960 grand, $1 million by myself with leads and openers. And there's no doubt in my mind. Like, I'm that sold, I'm that good. You can own a call center, you can have downlines, you can sell a lot yourself. There was an agent I know that made $750,000 last year selling on his own. So it is 100% possible in a lot of ways. I'm talking Medicare, PNC, life. I know agents I know an agent right now that just made like 200 grand on one policy, so it's like, yes. Now let's see you do it. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, it was a fun show. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching every Wednesday, 2 o'clock. Thank you, Duker. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Matt and Bailey, for sitting here watching the studio audience. You guys are awesome. Check out our new website. Right? Have we released that yet?
Yes.
Whether we release it or not, check it out. SecureAgentLeads.com, baby. SecureAgentLeads.com, brand new website. We get another one, CodyAskins.com, coming out when? Now! Come on, man. Also, CodyAskins.com coming on now. That just went live like an hour ago. 4 coaching programs, an insurance wealth university, retreats. I'm talking the works. training, helping, developing, and making you some freaking moolah. We're splitting up the Secure Agent Mentor brand, and you guys are the first to ever hear that, into Secure Agent Leads and Cody Askins, and I'm freaking jacked up about it. Make sure you check out those websites. Thanks for watching live Q&A. We'll see you Friday. Go check out my morning meeting video from earlier. We'll see you Friday for 8% Club. Appreciate you guys. Go check out those websites.